Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Cosplay Cave podcast, live stream, entertainment value for your evening. It's starting well. I'm Bandit Spurs. As you can tell, I am without practice in this because the regular host, our lovely Rosie, is indisposed tonight, so you have to deal with me, and it's okay. It'll be over soon enough. Tonight, we have two wonderful people who will make you smile more than I ever could. We have Mae-Gwyn and we have Lottie of Captain Izzy Cosplay. Megan is Mae-Gwyn. It's easy to remember.
Just think of a penguin.
That's exactly it. So, you guys, I have always wondered, where does Captain Izzy Cosplay come from, since your name is far from Izzy?
Yes.
Far from Izzy.
Great question. I don't get that a lot, actually. So Captain Izzy, actually Captain just comes from, you know, my urge to want to establish dominance. And
Oh.
no, I like steampunk a lot. So Captain of, you know, my Lost Zeppelin, kind of cool idea. And Izzy just sounds catchy, so I just went and Izzy. You know, by lack of anything else, that's what I ended up with. So,
Although I do like this new perception that I have of you being this dystopian steampunk captain of a Zeppelin.
It tells the story.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere you want.
Izzy of the Led Zeppelin.
Oh.
That's what I think you are.
I'll take it.
And Megan, I know your story behind your name because I believe penguins are one of your favorite creatures there are out in the world.
Yeah, they're really cute, and I relate to them a lot because they're also very awkward. And I'm very awkward and very clumsy.
But in a cute way.
But in a cute way, yeah.
So these are our guests for tonight. So thanks so much for joining us again. We're happy to have you with us. And
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. What are you guys going to be working on tonight, just so we can know what to expect?
Okay, so I'm going to be working on a little Triforce because Bandit Spurs and I are going to be doing a little something at Anime North together. And it's going to be a stage prop. And I'm going to be using some foam clay that I purchased from Artwigs Canada. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What about you, Lottie?
Me, I brought my wig for today. I wore her for this little makeshift Lilo bandit suit that I made. That is originally a swimsuit for YetiCon. So, you know, I thought I would give the wig a little bit of an upgrade. Right now she's a bit curly and Lilo is not actually curly. So, you know, just finishing touches, and yeah, that's what I'm doing today.
I mean, even if you didn't end up straightening it out, one could feasibly say it's realistic, because if it's a pool suit, if it's a pool cosplay and she got her hair wet and it got all frizzy, beach hair.
That's true, yeah. Natural curls, they come back, but
multi-pass to the beach.
That's it. Yep, Lilo multi-pass.
Okay, I brought some stuff to work on too. Now at which point? Oh, it's behind me. I am working on one of the other things that I'm making for the convention this weekend is Toothless. How to Train Your Dragon as designed by Sunset Dragons. So I've got some painting and some assembling to do. So that's what I'm going to be working on.
Nice.
Yeah, so our big convention that we're approaching next is Anime North in Toronto. And that's coming up Friday.
Oh yeah.
So we have lots of con crunching to do because we're poor at organizing our own lives. And it's the days before the con and we're still working on stuff. So yeah.
Yep.
Pretty standard.
Pretty standard, par for the course.
Yep.
That how you do. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So what's your plan for that actually?
Well, I'm thinking of making the 3 triangles out of the foam, and then I will sew them together because the needle should be able to go through the foam pretty easily.
That's cool.
Smart.
Yeah. And then I'll sew the fishing line or some maybe white thread that's really thin and attach it to I guess I'll attach it to rings, I guess key rings or something, so I can stick my fingers in them and they can float.
That's neat. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never seen anyone, I don't think I've seen anyone sew together the craft foam, the the foam clay before, so I'm interested to see how that works out.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I'm just thinking, because one of my costumes that I did for Shivana, I have this dragon tail in the back of my helmet. So I made all these individual, like, kind of spine pieces, but it was all Warbler, and trying to get holes in Warbler and then attaching them together with fishing line was a nightmare. So this would be so much nicer for that, I imagine.
The development in cosplay resources in recent years has been pretty awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
Man.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a comment from one of the stream's longtime followers and friends, Mr. Badmech. He's saying he's to start the clock and he'll be finishing Star-Lord main assembly, in brackets again, and the stream is his deadline.
Oh.
Best of luck.
Wow.
You have 2 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Good luck.
Yeah.
We believe in you.
You can do it.
Okay.
No, I think might stick to the, maybe try to shape them up here so that they're not sticking so much to the table.
Yeah. Oh, Cyberfox is joining us too. He says, what music do you guys listen to during major cosplay crunch?
Not really music,
No.
but I really do like to have the Lord of the Rings on commentary in the background. And then I marathon them.
The special features on the Lord of the Rings, like extended edition, is like one of my favorite things to watch. Like I could sit down and I could watch like the whole 18 hours of the extended special features, because everything is so interesting. You get really cool insight on the creative process behind such a big thing.
Yeah, such a big production.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's actually an interesting idea. I've never thought of listening to that, so I might try that next time.
Yeah.
It's something, because like if you're as big of a fan as Megan and I are of Lord of the Rings, you're intimately familiar with the story, sort of. And then like you're listening to something that you're familiar with, but it's also creative too.
Yeah.
So it's not distracting, but it's also fueling inspiration to you. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel when I put Star Wars on in the background too, because I also have that. And I've got like Lord of the Rings, Indiana Jones, and Star Wars. Those are like my holy trinity of stuff to play in the background when I want to just work on stuff.
Really?
Oh, Indiana Jones. Harrison
so cool.
Ford. Harrison Ford was my first crush as a child.
I think he was everyone's first crush as a child.
I remember saying that in high school once. One of our teachers asked us to be like, who was your first crush? It was like a classroom experiment, and I said Harrison Ford. And I got like scoffed at. What?
Who dares?
Suck it.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know, because everyone was into like the Backstreet Boys at that time. I don't, or whoever was popular.
I've
never been on the cutting edge of popularity, so.
That's okay.
I don't know, I listened to the Backstreet Boys, but I never had a crush on them. They were just, I liked the music, you know, and it was what all the kids were listening to, so.
You could fit right in by listening to them.
I wish.
Is that a reference, or am I just?
No, that's me just being like.
That's just a statement.
That's like me being like, I need to fit in, guys.
I do
know as a
remember when I was, how old was I? I think I was maybe 10 or 11. And I was really a big fan of Tomb Raider. Call that a crush, if you will. So I had this huge woman's crush on Lara Croft.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, the boys all really like her. I must look like Lara Croft. So I had this really long hair, kind of like I do now. And so I had my mom buy me this kind of homemade dye that was this auburn kind of, you know, hair color. And it turned out more red than I wanted, so all the boys started making these comments about, oh, Lottie just cut her period, ha ha.
Oh, no.
I was like, well, and I felt so cool when I walked in, looking like Lara Croft the way that I did, and it's like, no, just no.
That's awful.
I know. So that was, my first closet cosplay, if you will.
Oh no.
And it did not go well. It's not well received.
That's too bad. That's kind of adorable, though.
Yeah, that
I'm gonna
is.
be Lara Croft.
Yep.
Nope.
10, 11 years old, did not look anything like her.
Oh.
But, you know,
That's okay.
gotta try. She was cool, and I wanted to be cool.
My first, like, cosplay, if you call it that, ages ago, when I was little, because I didn't, you know, was Halloween, because Halloween was always my favorite holiday, whatever you want to call it. I had my mom make me a Link costume, and I had my mom make me a child Zelda from Ocarina of Time, like 2 years back to back. I was just a princess, and I was Robin Hood. I was a princess, or I was Robin Hood. And I'm like, you don't get it. Here I am, like trying to explain this to like, like all the old ladies we used to go trick or treating at, all the neighbors of my grandmother and everything, and they're like, "Oh, you're so cute."
But they didn't think you were a boy?
They didn't know.
Okay,
No.
good.
My first childhood cosplay, I guess, was Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie, actually.
I'm not familiar.
It's
Is that a Canadian thing?
It's an American.
It's an old.
show. It's an old show.
Okay.
Was it like 60s?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the 60s or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's good though.
yeah. I always liked her like really tall ponytail, so I had like the really tall ponytail, and then like the little thing that held it was like a toilet paper roll. So I kind of got made fun of for that, but that's okay because I looked good.
You looked like Jeannie.
That is cute. Yeah, that's one thing I'm sad about is that being from Europe, we don't really celebrate Halloween as much. It's, not as common.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we had some costumes. We have a big event in February where we'll dress up. So that's kind of where I got my, costume fix.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very different. We didn't go trick-or-treating. I would have liked that, I think.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
As a kid. I think that's, yeah.
So, like, when did you move to Canada from Europe?
Well, first I moved to England, actually. I'm originally from the Netherlands.
Okay.
So I lived in England, did a bachelor degree at university. And then, I thought this is so cool. This whole new culture, this different language, different, a lot of differences. But the weather is awful, just like my home country.
So you came here?
Yes, I did. Okay, so I had friends here that I'd met online.
Okay.
And so, I was in the last year of university and my friend said, hey, if you're a student on a budget, why don't you come here? You can crash at my place. You just need to pay for your flight. First time I came to Canada was in February.
The
and I
worst
still
time.
loved it. I know, like the snow wasn't even that pretty anymore, but I remember that it had just been a fresh fall.
Okay.
So there was this nice big fluffy layer of snow. And I remember that was my very first face dive into the snow. That was on my bucket list. I really wanted it. I went for it. It was awesome. Never wanted to do it again because it was really cold.
Yeah.
But, cross that off my list. And then I came back in the summer Montreal during the summer. That was it. I fell in love and that was
so
great.
much going on.
Yes.
Festivals
and the
conventions
warm weather.
and different things. Yeah.
That's it. Because you say you came here with the weather. You all say that. But you know what? We have very mild summers and very mild winters where I'm from. So it's usually rainy and cloudy and you don't get that really hot 30 degrees weather that you get here, and that's amazing.
Ooh,
More sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the kind of extreme side of the weather here.
Well,
It's adventurous.
There's a fair share of it.
Oh yes.
There is. Oh yeah.
So then what got you into costuming, would you say? Like, have you always had an interest in costumes and cosplay and the nerd culture, or?
No, I was a closet nerd. So much a closet nerd.
So many of us were.
After that whole Laura Croft incident, no. No, I was a closet nerd. I think I wanted to be popular, one of the popular girls, and never really fitted in. So I then actually got into modeling. So there's that, fashion standards that nerds just, don't really mix with
Gravitate
very well.
towards, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And so afterwards, I've always kind of played video games. And then I discovered the wondrous world of MMOs, and that was kind of how it all started.
Okay.
So then I looked at cosplay every now and then. It's like, oh, this is so nice. I really like that, but never saw myself in it.
Doing it, yeah.
Until I had bought my first professional camera here in Montreal. I was taking pictures everywhere, and I walked past the Palais de Congrès.
Oh.
And I saw this guy with this, pyramid head from Silent Hill.
Oh.
He had the sword and he had the mask. I was like, oh my God, that is so awesome, because I loved pyramid heads. borderline crush-like. That's weird, but you know, I thought he was so, you know, intimidating and just awesome looking that I asked the guy, can I take a picture? What are you doing here? And that's how he told me about Montreal Comic Con.
That's really cool.
First time. So next year I came back, I had this little closet cosplay for Riku from Final Fantasy. And you know, people were so nice and friendly, and that's how I got into it. And then the year after, I came back with my first real, like, big costume.
Was that the Lady Death, or
The Sorceress from Warhammer? Yeah,
that was what you came in.
Yes. Yes.
There's not much on that cosplay.
No, I know, and I had not even done a fitting test either. I had just put it all together. And
Things we don't know when we first start out cosplay.
No, that's it. And so I went into the bathroom in the Palais de Congrès, and I put it on. I was like, okay, it sticks to my body. That's good. That's a good start. It's not falling off me. Great. Walked out, opened the door, saw myself in the mirror, and was like, oh. Okay.
Shit, I'm doing this now.
Yeah, but that actually looks pretty nice. Okay, let's go out of the bathroom, face the people. So,
my goodness.
No, it was amazing. It was crazy now that I think about it, but it was nice. It was a great first experience.
I feel like you had a similar experience like that.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
did you?
Well, like, here,
Tell us.
I'm just here like, my God, there's not much on that costume. The first time I wore a costume out to a convention, it was Slave Leia, so I'm really not the one to talk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I also had no idea what I was getting myself into.
No?
You know?
But you'd been to a convention before? Or?
I had been to Montreal Comic Con once the year prior.
Okay. Yeah.
And, you know,
but in like regular clothes.
Regular clothes. Yeah. And it was at Bonaventure at that time.
Oh, really?
So it was a lot smaller. So then when the first year I wore a cosplay to the convention, it was when they had first moved to Palais des Congrès.
Yeah.
And the crowd seemed to be like expound along with the hall size. So I found there was a lot more people there that year than the previous year. And I don't know, I guess when I'm seeing someone in cosplay, I don't realize like what it would feel like to be in that cosplay, because I'm like, you know, I saw like people wearing really cool stuff and people wearing armor and girls wearing like sexier stuff. There was a lot of Sucker Punch the year that I went just as a visitor sort of thing. So there was a lot of that going on. And it wasn't until I was, again, like you, standing in the bathroom, looking at myself when I'm already at the convention center. And I've got my boyfriend waiting outside, waiting for me to come out. Like, he's just like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And I'm like, oh, shoot. One of the other things was I was finishing putting on my makeup, the last little touch-ups, and I had like this shaker of glitter, like body glitter, and there was pink on one side and then like a copper on the bottom, and I'm like, you know what, that'll look really good for highlights. Standing in like essentially armored bikini in the bathroom, and the bottom of the shaker lid popped off and covered me in glitter.
No.
Yeah, and it's just like, you can't hide that.
Nope.
You can't hide that. And it's just like, oh boy.
You gotta go with it now.
Yeah. Yeah, very
Oh,
blurry.
wow.
Megan was a bit more reasonable in her first attempt.
Yes. I cosplayed Nausicaa from the Valley of the Wind, and hers is quite modest. It's basically like a tea-tunic with really poofy pants.
She's an adventurer.
Yeah, she's an adventurer. She is a charismatic protagonist from a Studio Ghibli film, which was the first Studio Ghibli film I actually saw, and I wore it to Otakuthon 2012. Nobody recognized me that I know of, but my boyfriend apparently heard someone singing Nausicaa's theme song while walking past me.
That's cute.
So that was pretty cute.
Yeah.
I had a horrible wig though. It was like Halloween store wig.
Yeah, like
Awful. Awful. Never recommend that. Don't do that ever.
I think we've all had one of those wigs and thought, you know, I don't really want to invest in this, so I'm just going to go with something cheaper, and then I've ultimately regretted it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was like, you know, like in the infancy of my cosplay career, I was just like, I don't need wigs. I'll just use my regular hair. And then I did it once for Twilight Princess Zelda, and it was, you know, passable, but also garbage.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So then since then it was just like, no, wigs are the way to go.
Yeah.
I love wigs so much.
I know.
They're so much fun.
See, I'll use my regular hair, but more for characters of my own kind of imagination and design.
Yeah.
Or that are more like a Viking, for example, that I would definitely use my own hair for because, well,
Yeah,
might
very,
as well.
very approachable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. As where for a character, when you're really trying to sell that character's fantasy, I don't know. I mean, accuracy is always desirable, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So why did you guys choose the characters that you did as like your first cosplay?
Well, I chose Nausicaa because I had seen the movie like that summer, and my boyfriend had mentioned going to a talkathon and that cosplay was this thing, and I was like, I've always wanted to make my own costumes, but I didn't really know how to sew, so I wanted to choose something that was simple and easy to make, and Nausicaa was the first thing because it was, yeah, there was like no zippers involved. It was
Right.
And it was
Yeah.
fresh
like
on your mind, too.
no fastenings
That's
required.
fair.
Like I learned about interfacing with that, so that was a big step, I guess.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cyberfox asks, what husbando or waifu would you cosplay as?
Well, I mean, I already cosplay my waifu,
Yeah.
and that's Kotori. I cosplay her a lot, but my husbando, I would have to say would be Yue from Cardcaptor Sakura. I love him. I even have the wings for him. My big, massive, giant wings that I made for our WCS thing.
Yeah. What about you, Lottie? Do you have a husbando cosplay request? Love? Anything like that?
Not really, but I have this duo from a series that I'm reading of books. It's my favorite book series. It's The Demon Cycle by Peter Brett.
Oh.
And they have this kind of couple, if you will, of this kind of really exotic sort of, it's kind of Middle Eastern and / Arabic inspired sort of concept. And she is equally a badass as he is. They're just this power couple, and they're, you know, in shape, and they're just really attractive, and they have all these really cool skills that they, you know, they're smart, they're leaders, so it's, you know, a lot to look up to.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of a couple cosplay that I would want to do at some point. So very, yeah.
Fun.
I guess that would come closest to an answer to that question.
I guess so.
think. Yeah.
If I was going to do one of my husbandos, any of the characters that I have crushes on, I'd go like old school with like teenage Chelsea crushes. I've always wanted to do a really cool Sesshomaru because I love him so much. He's such a jerk. Or if I'm talking anime boyfriend jerks, Vegeta. I've always wanted to do a femme Vegeta. He is also like,
I do remember you talking about
yeah,
that.
Yeah, I have a problem with people who are jerks. It's okay. Not people. I don't like people who are jerks, but somehow you're so much more palatable when you're an anime,
Yeah, for sure.
and I don't have to actually talk to you.
Yeah.
It gives personality, I guess, right? It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to figure out how to bead, and this is my first attempt, and it's hideous. I must say, it is hideous. It's supposed to be a circle. It is not a circle.
It's getting there. You just need to make it bigger, and then it'll be a circle.
But it's also
it's
like
fine.
haphazard. Anyways, this is a practice
Yeah, you're
run.
starting. Don't
It's a
be so hard on
practice run.
yourself.
It's supposed to be the center of a flower.
Yeah.
It's organic, is what
Yes,
it is. There's
exactly.
no perfect circles in nature.
That's it.
This is very true.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, this was such a pretty wig. Is what I'm doing to it really going to be, you know, that great for the wig? We'll find out at the end of the stream.
All right, maybe I should pull out a video to see how to actually bead, because I'm just kind of winging it at this point.
That's the best way.
There's
true.
a creator that I've followed for ages and ages now, especially on YouTube. She used to go by Doxy Queen, but now she goes by her her personal name is Angela Clayton.
Oh, I love her.
So good.
Yes.
She does a lot of beading tutorials. She's got
man.
a lot of really interesting tutorials. Yeah, I'm like old school fan from when she still had her WordPress as like her main platform.
Oh, yeah.
Doxy Queen.
Man, her work is impeccable.
Yeah.
I love it.
So much detail, but you can tell how much time and effort you
Oh my God.
invest, and that
Yeah.
always pays off, right?
Just beat it.
Just
beat it. Just beat it. Yes.
Beat it or beat it.
Beat it.
I usually make a cross stitch through the bead. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I read that really fast, and I'm dyslexic, and my brain read I accidentally cross stitched through my beard, and I'm like,
Oh my God.
how? But that's not it at all. That would be a great story, though. I accidentally cross stitched through my beard.
Yeah.
I can see that happening, definitely.
That would be really, really weird.
Actually, well, you know how we always kind of hunch at the sewing machine, and I can't see very well, so I'll really be looking at it as I'm sewing it through. Now, picture that with a beard. I can see it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Zana Desu ever had a cosplay fail, or do not what you wanted? Like difficult cosplays,
Like
cosplay
every
failures.
costume I made.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I mean,
all the
nobody
time.
sees the flaws, but we know.
Yeah.
And we walk around and we know.
What's your biggest one?
What's my biggest one? Oh, one that I never actually finished. I was trying to make Symmetra from Overwatch.
Okay.
Now, rather than using a nice stretchy fabric, because her dress is so fitted, and she has this kind of long sort of, how do you call that flap? Like a tabard almost in the
okay.
front and the back.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you have a stretchy dress, it moves with you, right?
Yeah.
But when you have this really stiff, because I was trying to do the like Oriental Chinese celebration version of it.
Okay.
So I had this beautiful fabric that I picked out that was just, you know, this bright, fiery orange that's so traditional to that, and, you know, with this beautiful embroidery, but it was so stiff. It wouldn't sew. It was sliding all over the place. The edges would fray, but could not be, could not be finished or hemmed. So I had to actually scorch it with lighter.
Oh my God.
All this effort, all this kind of touch and go, trial and error, failing, starting over, doing it differently, only for the dress to not fit and the kind of the tabard to be completely off center. And I was just, at that point, like, I give up. Like, this one has gotten the better of me. I cannot overcome this.
Oh no.
So when was that?
2.5 years ago?
Okay.
Something like that? Yeah, I still have the fabric. I'll maybe do something eventually with it, but, you know.
For now.
For now. I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. It's all right. I can live with that. What about you guys?
Oh my God. I don't know it. I guess this is not the biggest one, but it was a recent one where I was working on Princess Zelda's armor. And this was last summer, and I was trying to spray paint it, and I had sanded it down to like a beautiful finish, and it was humid when I was spray painting.
Oh no.
And I didn't read the instructions on the bottle, and the paint dried before it hit my surface, and it became rough like sandpaper.
Oh no.
And I had to re-sand it all, and then it was like, I really wanted to bring this to Europe with me, and I had days left, and the humidity just wouldn't go down. It wouldn't go down. I was like, ah. So.
But you got it done in the end.
I got it done in the end, yeah.
But that was
very unfortunate, yeah.
Cyberfox has got some good questions tonight. He's also asking, what was the quickest time you've ever made a cosplay before? Me, personally, I think I made a cosplay in like 3 days.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
what cosplay?
Well, there's a couple that I've made in really sparse amounts of time. But the one I'm referring to was my Maiden Zelda from A Link to the Past.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one was a quick turnaround, but it was all cotton. It was just cotton, or it was broadcloth actually. So that was a really easy one to work with. I had a pattern that I had bought from Joann's of like, I think it was a bell. It was one of the Disney princess mock costumes.
Yeah.
And I took that and I modified it to be Maiden Zelda. And that was a really quick one. But yeah, I've made a couple really fast ones. But I think the fastest was like 3 days. I'm pretty sure that was it.
That's pretty fast though.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, useful servant, Alex, our friend, and my very often con handler. He says I made Lucy in 1 day once. Lucy Hartfilia.
That's impressive.
It wasn't quite 1 day, but it was very close.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever made a costume really quickly. All of my costumes take a while. Yeah, they all take a while. I've never done a costume in like a span of a couple of days, although maybe some of the simpler ones could have been, but things get in the way, so they tend to take longer. Because, you know, life happens.
Yeah, life always happens.
What about you, Lottie?
Well, if you don't count in Lilo's little bathing suit, bandage suit thing, I made my Dark Flame Shivana in 3 weeks, and that was not fun. Because that's a big armor costume, so that was 3 weeks of not really sleeping. My dinners were brought to my crafting table, and you know, but I was on a deadline for Katsucon. It was my first Katsucon ever. I wanted to make Ice Strike Shivana, did not turn out the way I wanted it to, because I'm a perfectionist, and my claws had to be see-through ice and not like an opaque material. So
Yeah.
still going to do it one day when I figure out how.
Yeah.
So I don't call that one a fail yet, but I was without a costume, so I had 3 weeks left, and that was crunch time for Dark Flame Shivana.
Okay,
that
3 weeks is still pretty good for a costume like that too.
Yeah.
And useful servant wants to say you can't rush talent or beauty, so don't feel bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this, guys. It's actually starting to like curve. Like, look at that.
There
That's a
you go.
curve.
Yes, it is. That's
It's
beautiful.
4 beads, but it's a curve.
Comparatively.
Comparatively, it is much, much better.
It
It's
is a nice
much more
curve.
organized.
You just have to
Progress.
use methodology.
Exactly, and not
random
randomness.
chaos.
Not entropy. No entropy.
Yep.
Not at this table.
Oh, we have another question. Xana Desu asks, ever been recognized out of cosplay?
A couple times.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, usually at like local stuff, but I get recognized like as Bandit Spurs in cosplay a lot,
Yes. Yeah.
which was really weird. I got recognized like 4 times down at Katsucon as Bandit Spurs, and I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
"How do you know me?
Must have been
I
cool.
know
though.
no one down here. I'm so lost."
Must
That's
have been
great,
pretty cool,
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really neat. That was really cool,
Congrats.
but not really so much out of cosplay.
No, same for me. Just in cosplay.
Yeah,
Not really out.
not
of
really
cosplay.
out. Mr. Badmek says, quick costumes. I made a Pokemon trainer costume in 3 hours.
My gosh.
Oh my god. Mrs. B agreed to help promote a local anime store in cosplay. Cue me grabbing a jacket, baseball cap, painting some polystyrene spheres to look like Pokeballs, and zip tying a stuffed Eevee to my bag. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a quick turnaround.
Yep.
Yep.
Mr. and Mrs. Badmek sound like they have a lot of fun cosplaying together, just from previous conversations. Y'all are cosplay goals.
It's nice to have,
Yeah.
someone with you that you can rely on and that likes the same things as you when it comes to cosplay.
Does Mr. Captain Izzy cosplay?
No, there is no. No.
Deckhand of your Led Zeppelin?
No. It's just I'm a solo captain when it comes to cosplay.
Good for you. Rule with an iron fist.
That's okay. I mean, it gives me freedom, right? I can do what I want.
Yes, this is true. So, we talked about failures, and then what about cosplay saves? What was the best save you made?
What kind of save?
Like, I guess, like, we talked about costume things that didn't work out so well, but what about a costume thing that at first didn't look good, and then we managed to make it work out in the end?
Found a good solution for
Yeah.
her.
Right. I need to think about that one.
Yeah, that one's more of a tough one.
Yeah.
Although I do find that there's quite a few costumes that I've made in the past where I get to a certain point in the costume and I feel like I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah.
And I put the stuff on and I don't like how it is together. And then I iron something or I put a lining in or I interface this one piece. And then it changes my whole perspective on the costume. But there's usually a point during a cosplay that I'm just like, this is a failure. I hate it. This is gonna suck. I'm never gonna wear it to a convention.
That kind of happens with every costume, though. I just kind of consider that part of the puzzle.
Like part of the creative process.
Yeah,
is that
you run
have
into
to
a
hate
challenge.
What you're doing.
Yeah, and then you kind of feel like you're not going to succeed, but you'll find a way to make it happen in the end anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, Useful Servant, brings up a good example of that being Femme Ganondorf. When I was working on Femme Ganondorf, like there was literally a couple spans of days that I was working on it that I just wanted to throw the whole thing in the garbage can because I hated it. Talking about cosplay failures, one of the things that I wanted to do was the breastplate that I had made. I wanted it to be an EVA foam and I didn't want to warbler it because I wanted to have the same range of flexibility that previous foam breastplates had given me. And I didn't want to be rigid or static or uncomfortable. And so I did, again, one of these really cool paint jobs on... The primer that I used was an automotive primer.
Okay.
And then I used an acrylic paint to spray paint over it. And the two in combination made this god-awful texture. It was like the paint had rotted on the foam.
Oh, God.
And I couldn't sand it away. I couldn't smooth it out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so in the end, I bit the bullet and I covered it in Warbler, which is exactly what I didn't want to do. But I think structurally wise and afterwards the attachments that I put on the breastplate, it turned out to have been a better decision. It solved problems.
Right.
In the problem that I encountered, messing up the paint job and having to recover it with Warbler, it solved problems that I hadn't anticipated prior to that.
Right.
So that's like a save fail in one.
Yeah.
And it's all a learning process
Yeah.
too, right? It's every costume's different. All the techniques that you need to use are different.
It would have been a much more valuable learning experience if I had paid attention to which two paints I had put in combination. I didn't.
But
I
then
don't know what they
again-
are. They're both still on my counter somewhere. I might mix them again someday.
That's it.
no.
And
It's a
nobody
roulette.
tells you these things in advance either. Nobody comes up to you and say, Chelsea, you shouldn't be using these.
Don't do that.
Nope.
You know who does tell you that quietly every time you pick something up to use it? The instructions. Who's gonna read those though?
Yeah.
Not me.
I didn't, obviously.
There's instructions?
Not this
Where?
Safety third.
Yeah.
What comes second then?
Expediency.
Ah.
First is laziness.
Ah, yes. The ultimate bane to cosplay is laziness and procrastination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why this is great, because I'm con crunching, but this is actually making me sit down and not look at my cell phone for 2 hours. So I'm actually getting stuff done. Whereas if I was at home, I'd be like, oh, Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. And an hour later, I'd be like, oh, shoot. Or my hot glue gun is still plugged in and I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
Whoops. Does your glue not drip?
No.
Mine does. I cannot leave it unattended. Also cats.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I don't have
Cats.
that problem up in
Yeah.
my workshop. Yes, that would be an issue.
That's a good point, Artemis. Oil and water-based paints do not mix. They really don't. Like when you go to paint your walls, for instance, you always have to make sure that you test first to see if it's an oil-based paint, because otherwise, if you paint acrylic on, it's gonna peel right off after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you go to paint your new apartment, you always have to test it. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So Cyberfox asks, what's the strangest material you've ever used for cosplay?
I used a Nesquik can.
That was your camera, wasn't it?
That was for my Akari hammer, yes. It made a really good base for the round shape. It's like, it was really nice. It was really useful. But I think that's the strangest thing. Yeah.
I think
recycle, guys.
Yeah. I use a lot of unconventional stuff in like building my props specifically, sort of thing, because we have like we have a garage where my dad does a lot of like auto body and car work, and he rebuilds old cars. So we've always got a pile of scrap and weird bits in the corner of the shop. So anytime I'm trying to build something, I usually go rifling through that, like antennas off of things for structures and wings and stuff like that. I've used antennas and stuff before. I can't remember quite what, but yeah.
Yeah, I have done something similar actually. The strangest materials I've used, I have these little tiny glass vials that I put on my shoulder piece for my steampunk cosplay. And I had this gun that had a little vial as well. So I filled these up with two different things that are the strange materials. One was this lime green Gatorade, because it had kind of this, potion sort of look to it.
Yeah.
And the other one was when I was doing this photo shoot in also this automotive shop. It had all these little, when they're drilling into metal, these tiny little...
The spirals?
Yes,
the shavings?
exactly. I just collected a whole bunch of that, filled it in those little vials, and it looked great.
That's neat.
Ooh. It was really nice looking. So yeah, that's what I went with.
How did you end up doing a photo shoot in a body shop or in whatever it was that you?
This was for a different designer. So she had made the costumes, and it's very post-apocalyptic style.
Oh, so you're actually you were straight
modeling.
up legit
Yes.
modeling.
Oh, wow.
At that point.
That's cool.
Yes. Oh, very fun. So this kind of, this workshop was the perfect location because everything was so gritty and dark and looked like a real construction area.
I used a car headlight film for a visor.
Oh, that
pretty
works.
cool.
Yeah.
That's Artemis said that, if I'm saying that right. Right. Oh, yeah. Nita Rocks asks if we played D&D.
Yeah?
How much do you want this stream to take a tangent that it will never come back from? Because, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yes. Oh, yes.
We actually just finished. Megan and I are on the same D&D group together.
Yeah, we're in the same.
Yeah, we D&D together, and we just had a session on Holiday Monday that was 13 hours long.
Oh my God, it was so long.
It was very long, but it was so satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, your sessions are very long. I've never heard of any D&D group that lasts that long per session. That's pretty cool, though.
Hey, when we go hard.
Yeah. It's fun, though. I greatly enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So Megan and I's convention coming up next is Anime North, as I have already mentioned.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But Lottie, your first one coming up is?
YetiCon.
It is your first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's going to be my next one. And it's a super fun con. I mean, why would I not go, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're all going, so.
Exactly.
It's going to be great.
What else is on your con list this year? Like, where can people find you?
Actually, no idea.
Okay.
YetiCon is the only con that I'm confirmed for at the moment.
Okay.
I may drop by other cons, but it's going to be, a moment decision when I do.
Okay.
So
this is something that we started talking about off stream, and I'm like, whoa, we got to talk about this while we're on stream because it's way too exciting to waste off stream. So YetiCon is offering a opportunity for people who do not like raves to go to a medieval tavern instead, and they're turning one of their bars into a tavern.
what?
I'm so excited. I hadn't planned on bringing a medieval themed costume to the con.
Oh, you
but
have
Kind of
to.
tempted now.
But by gum, I am now.
I'm kind of tempted.
Yes.
Yes.
What day are they doing it? Saturday, right?
Saturday night.
Yeah. Okay. So we're doing this. So we're all going to hang out at the medieval tavern.
Yes. A word to the wise, any convention planners out there that might see the stream someday, stuff like this is stuff that get your con goers super excited. Like the different things, the neat activities, like this is so cool. And YetiCon, I find, is a pioneer in alternative entertainment for their con goers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in their favor. All of like the location sort of thing is really well set up for them to be able to do different stuff. But boy, oh boy, they got some cool things going on.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. The question is now, what do I bring? Because I only have like one medieval kind of style outfit, and it's gonna be very warm in that.
Do you have any
it'll be
corsets?
evening.
No, I don't have any corsets.
But it's going to be nighttime, and it does get cool in June at night sometimes.
You know how hot it was last year at YetiCon?
No, I don't remember.
It was really hot.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
We ran it.
We're gonna run again?
Yeah, we're gonna run again. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys did your little.
Yeah, we went for our morning run.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just finished the first circle, guys, on my beads, and it looks really good.
It does look really good.
So, yay!
Cosplay success.
Yay! Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should bring my D&D outfit, actually.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
What's your D&D outfit?
So I have like this green kind of medieval-ish shirt that has like a lace up in the front, and it's got like little bell sleeves.
Oh.
And I tend to wear leggings with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have a cape as well. I have a belt that I could wear, so I might as well do that.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
She's very dedicated. Every D&D game we've had so far, she's dedicated to wearing her character's costume.
Oh yeah.
And all of
I
us
have
are just
multiple
like,
costumes for my character because
she
I'm
does.
multi-classed. So I'm a rogue as my primary one, and then I'm a wizard as
she
my
multi-classed as a
secondary.
schoolgirl is what she did.
Basically.
Essentially, she multi-classed as a schoolgirl.
Blame our DM for having our uniform as a schoolgirl uniform.
Okay, so I've got 2 layers done on my acrylic paint for Toothless's tail.
Oh.
It's a little lumpy, but my brush is not super good.
That's okay.
But it's very vibrant. It shows off real well.
There you go. It looks so cute.
I'm excited.
I like it.
Did you ever find someone to do the other?
Well, one of my girlfriends is supposed to be doing the Light Fury,
Yeah.
but I don't know if she started, and I don't know if she's actually planning on doing it because we haven't really
We haven't really corresponded.
Yeah, we haven't really corresponded on it much, but she said she was interested in doing it.
All right.
But I'd still be very happy if you wanted to do it too.
Yes, I do want to do it. I'm just glad I didn't commit because I just wouldn't have been able to finish it. And
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea had asked me, and I was like, I have a massive ball gown that I'm making, and that's my main project for this year.
Because I was going to do a Monster Hunter costume as well, a very simple one for YetiCon, and you know, life happened, so
Of
that
course.
was just, not going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
I had to cancel that one.
Pretty. So I've got my tiara crown.
Oh, nice.
That I just brought to show it off because it's so much fun to wear. I like it so much. And this is the belt piece that goes on it, and I have to paint another face similar to that on this guy.
Okay.
So this is kind of, I like the attachment that I made for the back of this thing because it's got a slip. I wanted to make it separate from the actual cape that I have because she's got a butt cape.
Of course,
And
she's got a butt
yeah.
cape.
I didn't want it to be a snap, and I didn't want it to be Velcro, and I didn't want it to be like any of those kind of fittings. So I actually put like clip backs on it made out of black Warbler, and it works really well.
Nice.
It's just like a hook. I just hook it onto the belt. And
Perfect.
yeah,
That's a good solution.
I thought
Yeah.
it was pretty all right.
How did you bend the hooks like that?
Oh, that's just black Worbla. So I heated it up,
Yeah.
and I fit it to the back of the piece, and I put a marker through.
Ah, yeah,
And
that's what I
let
meant.
it,
Yeah.
I let it naturally curve over, and then I
Oh,
put
okay.
another marker there, and I
To hold
curved
them up.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like a loop-de-loop.
Yeah, because it looks really great. Like they're actual metal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort of accessories that, or like, how do you call it? Like pieces that you've attached to it.
Yeah. So we have another question from Bear Assets, who I think I know, but I'm not sure. Are there any other hobbies, crafting, that you would like to learn or that you already do?
You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
How much time do you have?
Well, model. Yeah, you do a lot of hobbies.
I
That's
have
true. Like
too many
fire,
hobbies.
firebending. You're a firebender. I'm going to call it that from now
Yeah, or
on,
just
okay?
call me Dragon. Miss,
you're
Miss Dragon.
You're a part-time dragon.
You're
Yeah.
the actual Daenerys.
less crazy.
Yeah. So to translate for the viewers, I do fire breathing, which is a very crazy, cool hobby, and has to be practiced safe, but it's very rewarding. To hear that fire roar in front of your face is very cool. But don't try it at home, please.
No.
Don't.
Nah.
And other than that, I guess circus things like the aerial silks, the pole acrobatics, just staying in shape. I do rock climbing.
Ooh.
So I think I'm just gonna leave it there. That's enough
Let that one.
inspiration for now. What about you guys?
So I do idol dancing
Yeah.
because I am love life trash. So that's one of my hobbies. And my big dream is that I'd love to perform at a con, either in like an opening ceremony or at some other kind of event with like a big full group of people. So that's one of my hobbies that I'm actively doing.
I'll come watch.
Okay. And then, I mean, does blowing stuff up in my science classroom count as a hobby?
Yes. Totally.
Yeah, so I occasionally play with sodium, to scare my students, and, show them the reactive properties of the alkali metals of the periodic table.
The word you meant to use is inspire.
Yes, I totally meant to say that. No, the kids love it. They all take out their phones and they're like, can you do it again? Can you put a bigger piece in? And I'm like, no.
End up being one of those classroom fail videos on YouTube.
Yeah, let's not have that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I greatly enjoy being the Miss Frizzle of my school.
So just a little tangent. Bear Assets is my sister-in-law. That is the name of her show horse.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I'm like, I know that name. And look, it's my little nephew watching the stream. Jackson, if you're watching the stream, I love you, Jackson. You're so cool. Hi, Brittany.
That's so cute.
I'm just like, I love him so much.
He is adorable.
Yeah. He joined in on one of our D&D sessions one day when I was hosting. Yeah. He hung out with us
Yep.
a goodly amount of time. He was very, very much intrigued.
Oh, yes.
so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
3 years old though, so I don't think we're going to be getting him playing anytime soon.
Nah.
No, you can never start too early.
Yeah.
This is true.
Kids have an incredible imagination.
Yeah.
Well, Megan runs a D&D in her school.
That was more of like a one-shot thing.
Okay.
But maybe potentially, I know that some students want to have like a D&D after-school club. So that might be something that I can help host next year. Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one time I DM'd, I had enraptured 11 people, which is crazy, but I mean, I'm a teacher, so I deal with more than that on a regular day basis. And this was the first time they ever sat and listened with such like intensity. It was awesome. I'm kind of like, why can't I teach science using D&D? I just might.
You're gonna have to make a whole curriculum for one.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to incorporate D&D into my science teaching. Yeah. And then for their final exam, they're gonna have to fight a dragon.
With science.
With science, exactly.
So Zen Robo asks, are there any new shows or games you guys are excited to cosplay from? That's a good one.
Ooh, I haven't been keeping up with anything really.
No,
I'm also
neither.
not very current, but
No.
Life has been getting in the way.
I guess for me, anything Warhammer related still. I mean, I just love the whole world, the Age of Sigmar, and that's why I did my sorceress the first time. I knew that had to be my first character, and even now I look at these other characters, whether they're dark elves or other races, I look at them and it's all so beautiful. I just want to cosplay everything.
that's the problem.
So it's not new, but it's something that definitely is going to happen in the future.
So I think probably the newest thing that's coming out that I'm excited to see is the new Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah.
Because I keep holding out for some really cool costumes. Like my fingers are crossed. I'm there. I'm like, just give them to me. Just give me the Amidala's of a previous age.
Yes. Yeah.
The last, they haven't been there. Some
No.
cool stuff. I do like Rey's costumes. I do like Kylo Ren's costume. He's pretty cool. I like the layers. But it's not been anything that's really spoken to me. But I'm like, my fingers are crossed because I have faith in them.
Yeah.
It'll come.
Yeah.
It'll come.
I guess the thing for me, I've been watching a lot of Critical Role recently, which is not really quite a show per se, but it's a show. And I fell in love with Pike, and I need to make Pike now. So
Fun buns.
that I hope will happen soon.
So you can be a monster.
Yes.
I'm totally out of the loop. I know I do watch often when, crafting D&D streams, but not Critical Role, and everybody's talking about it. I feel like I'm
very
missing out.
popular
Yes,
recently.
it has, hasn't it?
Honestly, I only started watching it because everyone at my D&D table was talking about it, and I'm like, well, I want to fit in too, so I'm gonna watch this.
You guys should watch Full Party,
Hey,
a Beanduck stream.
that sounds good.
Yes.
Lottie, Mr. Badmek says that you should check out the new Sea Elves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for the tip. I do not yet know what you're talking about, but that's the first thing I'm going
Wow.
to do is run to the store, check them out, or just go online, I guess, because everything's there. So yeah, thank you for the tip.
Okay, so I know the standard when you're putting Velcro onto something is you're supposed to have the soft part aimed towards your body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please do.
If I'm putting it on the end of a tail, which side would you say is towards my body? Like this is facing down.
Yes.
Would I say the soft part should go here and the clingy part should go on this guy? Because it's gonna go like that.
Yes, put the rough part on that.
On
Yeah.
this guy.
Yes.
And the soft part on here.
Yes.
So in case if it ever touches my cape, I suppose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it really matters since you have a cape, but just in case. Yeah.
That's very reasonable. I shall consent. Thank you.
Yeah, that's one thing that I realized before doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, you don't want the spiky on your side.
That's it.
Yeah. It gets real uncomfortable real fast. Oh my god, guys. I finished one.
That is a perfect circle.
I know. I couldn't even draw that better than. I'm so happy. Okay.
So that was your test piece though, right?
I'm gonna use this.
I'm
gonna use
so
this.
you're gonna be doing like little bezels on the felt and then cutting them out and
Yeah.
appliquing them on?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you gonna hand sew them on
Yeah.
once you applicate them?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm gonna hand sew the applique on to my fabric.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not gonna be too bad.
How many hundreds of those do you have to give?
I don't need
Make.
100. I only need about 5 per flower, and I have 7 flowers, so 35?
Okay.
Not too bad.
Doable.
Not too bad. I mean, I made this in what, an hour?
Yeah, and that
So
was
only
like
35 hours, not bad.
your first one.
Has it been an hour?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
It is 7:35.
I didn't think I was going to spend 2 hours on this wig, but I think I need
Let's
to
take a look at those beads again. Are you
hurry
tying
up.
it off now?
Yeah, I'm just tying it off. But yeah,
That's very nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
thank you.
There. Here, I'll give those back to you.
Now to tie it off and then start another one and try to keep it, actually, you know what? I don't care if it's the same size or not. They're gonna be like,
Different spots.
well, I mean, the sepals on, or the stamens, I should say, on a flower are all different sizes. So I don't really care if they're all the same size.
Okay.
Just like, as long as one is not like 5 times as big, then I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bite the bullet and do this and hope I don't mess up.
Hot glue.
A cosplayer's best friend and worst enemy. all
Oh
in
yeah.
one.
Yep, for sure. Okay, now the tricky part is to cut this so that
You guys are gonna be watching me burn myself in slow motion, I'm sure. There. So,
okay, that's good.
so Artemis has a wig question. He's asking, Artemis is asking, can you dunk the wig in very hot water? I know nothing about wigs, but it works on doll's hair.
So the water that I tend to use is boiling water. You have to be careful of the wig though, because if it's really cheap quality, then your fibers are going to melt. But most wigs nowadays that you can get are relatively good quality and they're rated for like higher temperatures. So yeah, pretty much at this point, you can put it in like boiling water. I've heard of people using steamers as well. I'd like to try that to straighten wigs for myself, since I just recently got a steamer.
Okay. So there's gonna be a giveaway tonight, just so that everyone watching the stream can know. And the giveaway is gonna start at 7:45. And if anyone's interested in knowing what the giveaway will be of tonight, I have it here. We're doing.
Ta-da!
Oh, too late. You said in 5 minutes. We're already here. Ah. We're gonna be doing a giveaway of one of my own prints. Okay, the giveaway starts in 5 minutes, but I'm allowed to show you guys the fun stuff we have. This was a shot that Eric Paredes and I did a couple years ago, and it was a lot of fun because it was in a pool, a kiddie pool on his patio in March. So
Oh no.
you guys get to own a little piece of my suffering. I don't hoard my suffering to myself, I share it.
She likes to suffer a lot, especially going into cold water in March or April,
Yeah.
Bodies of water.
or lying on a frozen lake or river in
Yeah.
the middle of January
Yeah.
at 5 in the morning. You need to take care of yourself there.
I had a blanket with me.
Yeah, and then you,
exactly.
and then you froze to the river.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Badmex is doing very well with his Star-Lord.
Wow.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
He's sent us an update saying Star-Lord is finished.
Wow, that was fast.
Is that the actual painted color? Or is there still priming and stuff to be had? I'm wondering. Mr. Badmech, I have questions for you, how the tables have turned.
Okay. So they still need to dry a little bit. But I have the makings of my Triforce.
Is there instructions in the chat as to how to participate in the giveaway? There will be, okay. So instructions are coming your way, my fine friends. Ooh, Xanadesu wants to know what the dream photo shoot would be. I love these kinds of questions. I love this so much.
Oh my goodness. Where do I even begin?
Like, do you have okay, start with a character that you'd like to do the dream shoot with. Do you have a specific character that you want to do something particularly interesting with?
I have one. So I've been working on what I call the fish goddess for the longest of times. Kogyoku, yes. In her Jin equipped form. So basically she has this crazy like bodysuit that is a plunging V-neck all the way down to her navel. She's got these massive, this massive halo surrounding her and this massive wig. Oh my God, what?
Down to her navel because she's a fish queen?
Yes.
Her navel? Because it's navel? I laughed at myself saying it was a bad joke before I said it.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
But the thing is that she is a fish goddess, so I want it to be in the water. So I need to make sure that everything is kind of like waterproof, friendly, and she's got a lot of accessories. So I need to like use Warbler or Thibra or something to make those. So it's taken me a while because I don't have the space necessarily to store her, and I don't really have the space necessary to finish her, but I do want to do a shoot with her, preferably near a waterfall.
Yes.
Because I'd want to get under the waterfall kind of and just have that kind of mist surrounding me.
Are we talking?
That would be beautiful.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Like a blue waterfall, or if we had something that was more local here, because you know, like
High Falls Park,
Yeah.
but you can't really go in there anymore. They have people watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was thinking of that and I was like, ah, damn.
Do they have blue waterfall? What is a blue waterfall?
Like, you know, like a tropical waterfall, because
But
like
water isn't blue.
no, but the surrounding no, but you know, like tropical waters are pristine and gorgeous.
Yes,
and then
yeah.
we've got our rivers here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
are
okay.
nice enough,
Okay, yeah.
but there's
On top of it all,
You
I would
know.
like it to be a night shoot
oh.
to have dramatic lighting. So I
In
need-
the
I
water.
need waterfall
Okay.
at night.
Because I'm asking this because I followed one of like was it the Montreal blog?
Yeah.
Once had a blog about 20 places you should visit that are within 2 hours of Montreal.
yeah, I've seen that
Okay.
one.
And
Yeah,
like, okay, so there's Hamilton, Princess Falls, near the city of Hamilton in Ontario. And then there's Desioux Falls in St. Catharines. And
Okay.
these are all screenshots I've taken of places that I'm like, those are pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Anyways, so
Yeah.
like that's pretty cool. There's no waterfall
Yeah, that's
there, but
really-
that's Lake Superior.
Yeah.
Bridge
Oh,
Park,
that's very nice.
Which would be real
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, High Falls Park. Yeah, but you can't go in the water anymore. Sucks. Oh, wow.
What about you, Lottie?
For your
shoot,
dream photo
Dream
shoot.
photo shoot?
Yeah.
You mean achievable or?
No, dream, man. Dream big.
Dream big.
Okay, so
Swing away.
one costume that I'd love to ever attempt is, you know, from Final Fantasy X-2, how the girls have these kind of,
A sphere change?
not the sphere chains, but like this ultimate sphere, this really, so like Yuna has a flower and Pain has this kind of ex machina bird-like looking thing on stilts.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically what I would like to have. Don't think it's ever gonna happen.
You want to be Pain on a mecha bird.
Yeah, basically. Sounds feasible, right?
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
We'll get right on that one. I'll make a couple phone calls.
Yeah. We can do it together. You can whip out your Yuna and make the flower. Actually, you could make the flower. That would be an achievable
That's
cosplay.
doable.
Yes.
Speaking of Yuna, are you planning on wearing her soon?
I think actually Anime North is where I think I'm going to bring out Yuna for the first time if I can get a pair of shoes that don't fall apart.
Ooh. I'm excited for that.
Shmooberry says hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Shmoo. She was just on 2-3 weeks ago, I think. Was it last week? Oh boy, that is a time warp.
Right. starting on my second circle.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's time for the giveaway. Type cosplay into the chat to enter for a chance to win the print that I brought today. Yeah. Have fun.
Oh no. I lost my bead.
Enter lots. I don't know. Make me feel good about myself because I'm a little bit bashful, to be honest.
It's a very pretty shot though.
Yeah, Eric did a very wonderful job, and it was really cool to be Sailor Neptune in a pool of water.
I'm sure it was. Quite chilly, in fact.
You know, art is suffering.
Art is suffering.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I made 14-foot span wings that I had to walk around the con with, and I couldn't go outside because otherwise I'd blow away.
Yeah, that's
Oh gosh, okay.
true.
Yep. I think that was the most uncomfortable costume that I've made. But it wasn't even that uncomfortable, to be fair.
It was only when you were wearing the wings.
It was only when I was walking around. Standing in them, that was fine.
It's like when I wear Ange-Woman to conventions and I get stuck in like VJ Hall or like the main floor hall.
Yeah.
Alex and I went to go see you doing one of your dances that was being held outside with your
Oh,
troupe.
yeah.
And it took us legitimately 2 hours to get across the con floor. Like
It was
for
crazy.
being stopped with photos and for having just a difficulty navigating with a set of 8 wings.
Yeah.
Wings are tough in cons, but they look so good.
I know.
Okay. I'm trying to line this up and hold on to it without it looking too weird.
Do you want me to hold on to something while you...
No, if I can get it just started then.
Okay.
But it's just in a real awkward position.
Yeah. It looks awkward.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So how's the wig coming along?
Slow. But it's kind of coming along.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just, basically all I'm doing is I'm putting in the gel, spreading it through the hair, and then I'm just kind of twisting it all up and setting it with a little bit of heat. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, I'll probably untwist them a little bit so they don't look too much like dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I'll just turn it, so there. It's like a little bit dreadlocky at the moment, but I'll loosen that up a little bit.
Yeah, once you've got the entire head.
Yeah, exactly.
Loosen that up there.
So it's coming.
Very cool.
Dreaming Kiwi wants to know how we made our wings. Megan, do you want to talk about how you made your articulating
Oh my God.
8-foot span wings?
14 foot.
14 foot, 8 per side or whatever it was.
So the wings that I made were very pricey. We used, I say we because my boyfriend really helped me out with this. I actually had an entire meeting beforehand with a bunch of my engineering friends to plan out how this was going to be made, because I wanted their advice on how to make it articulating and how to make it lightweight and massive.
Because they were massive.
Because they were. And they had offered a bunch of suggestions, and I went with the suggestion that they said was not a good idea because it was actually the best idea. So we used aluminum.
Friends.
Well, they wanted to. I suggested using a tension member, and they were like, nah, tension member is not going to work. So a tension member would be like a string or a cable, and I was thinking that the cable would be used to kind of like pull things, and they were like, it's going to break. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? It's actually the best thing to do. So the way I had it was, I had the articulating wings made out of aluminum tubing, square tubing. And in order for them to move without me needing to pull on any pulleys or any strings, I wanted to have it automatic. So I had it connected to a linear actuator. Now the linear actuator, I only wanted to use one. So the only way to feasibly do that was to have a steel cable running from one wing to the next wing through the top of the linear actuator, so that when it pulls down, it would pull on the levers that would open the wings up. So that's how I ended up working it out. And the reason I only wanted one linear actuator on my back was because they're really heavy and really large, and I didn't want to have...
Hard to hide.
Yeah, hard to hide. Ironically, the longest part was the feathers. I hand cut a bunch of giant feathers. I went and researched, and I cut out a bunch of primary feathers, secondary feathers, tertiary feathers, and then I cut out a bunch of coverts, the covert feathers. So I really researched like the swan wing and the structure of it, and that took the majority of the time in constructing it.
And also bought out the foam rolls of every Michael's store in the...
I may or may not have had to buy 7 or 8 rolls of white foam and gone all the way to Vaudreuil to get some of the foam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the week before the con too, so.
Oh, wow.
I apologize to all the con crunchers from that year.
Who were suffering because of...
Where's all the foam?
Everyone
foam
come
shortage.
buy all the foam rolls. Other desperate cosplayers, that's who.
Yeah, exactly. So how about you, Chelsea? How did you make your wings?
Oh geez, let me follow up linear actuators and tertiary feathers and engineering meetings with
Yeah, exactly.
the garbage I made. Mine was really simple. I made them static. They did not move. I made a rigid base out of corrugated plastic, which is like the plastic that you'd see in like billboard signs sort of thing. Like, you know, like posters that people have at the end of their road and stuff. So it's very lightweight and it's corrugated like cardboard is, but it's also very rigid. So that's what I use as the base or the skeleton of the wings. And then for the feathers themselves, I did layers of transparent, or at least semi-transparent, floor lining. So like floor underlayment that you'd get at Rona or a home hardware store. Yeah, the only problem, the difficult part of that was cutting around the logos that come printed on the flooring.
Yeah.
So yeah, I used a lot of hot glue, and Megan's an engineer. But they held together real well.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I think your wings look awesome. Your Anjouman wings.
Thank you. They've really held together quite well. I remade them a little bit between the first season and the second season that I wore them, because during the winter I had packed them away in like an outbuilding and mice had built a nest in them.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You seem to have that problem a lot.
Yeah, because I ran into the same problem with squirrels building a nest in my Hilda gloves, which I found like last week. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of acorns. I'm gonna have to throw these out.
Yikes.
They're gross.
Yeah.
So yeah. But the nice thing about the Anjouman wings is because it's, if anyone's not familiar with Anjouman, she's got 8 angelic wings. She's got a set up above, and then a set lower, a middle set, and a smaller 4th set that goes down. So the way I had harnessed them on like a backpack kind of contraption is that they were held on with washers and nuts. So I could take all 8 of them off individually and kind of like accordion them down. They were really easy to transport.
Smart.
Yeah.
Mine are not so easy to transport.
Yeah, we needed a pickup truck to transport yours. Literally
a pickup truck. Yeah.
So I can put mine in a reusable shopping bag.
Yeah, mine not so much.
Not so much.
Because I also had to use hot glue at the end, and that kind of made it really hard to take apart.
Yeah, that would be. But you had fishing line before that, kept them all together?
No. Fishing line is also keeping it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were ready to announce the winner of the giveaway. And if you will, the winner is... Cyberfox. That's the second giveaway you've won, man. You're getting real lucky. Congratulations. That's the third. Hey, I've got good luck on you. That is good luck. Congratulations. And we're going to organize getting you the print in the near future, because we're going to be at many of the same conventions as each other. So this should be quite easy. Thank you for listening, and thank you for all your questions.
Yeah.
Yes. That is a keyboard of gold that he is typing on to win giveaways like that. That's really cool.
All right. Oh, this circle is not turning out nearly as nicely because one of my beads is a little oblong on one side, but that's okay. It is totally fine.
Like you have a irregular shaped bead?
Yeah, right there. It's my little irregular shaped bead right there. It's like a little like it's like kind of like squished and flat, but it's okay.
Bear Assets asks if you could go back and talk to yourself during your the beginning of your cosplay career. What would you say? Like advice that you might give yourself, or
don't use Halloween store wigs. Don't.
What about you, Chelsea?
Don't be so shy.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually.
Really, it's something
like
that I still struggle with a lot. Don't be so shy. Shyness is a plague.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get you any further ahead in life, other than it takes away potential experiences and potential friendships.
That's so true.
And it really doesn't look good from the outside. You get told that you're cold, and I'm like, but I just...
Yeah. It's not what you want to come across as.
That's it. Like, but...
If you're shy, then I'm super shy.
You're really personable.
When you know me, and you know me, in a con setting, if I'm in a costume, I'm kind of like awkward.
I think it's
awkward.
probably something that a lot of us in the community struggle with, though, honestly.
Yeah.
But it changes people too. I mean, you hear so many stories of cosplayers who basically through cosplay have gained so much confidence and are that much more outgoing for it. And
no, for sure, I've gained a lot of confidence. Like my swimsuit canon, I would never have felt comfortable to pull off. But in terms of like meeting people, I still shy away from that, and that's something that
I can understand. Yeah.
What about you, Lottie? Do you have any words for past captains? I'm really creating
future
this narration in my head.
I don't know. I think the biggest thing I have learned is no deadlines. Ever again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I say that now, and here you two are con crunching, but
agreeing with
con crunching never again.
While I sew my tail.
I'm actually not con crunching because this beating is for Otakuthon.
Oh, okay.
Although if you talk to me in August, beginning of August, I might have a different tail.
Okay, there you go.
I might have a different tail too.
Ba-dum-bum.
I entertain myself.
And you'll get mad at me when I make jokes like that.
Oh, fudge. So Mr. Badmex says that one thing that he'd have told himself is, don't talk yourself into being dragged behind a car to weather a jacket.
Dragged by a car to weather.
Dragged, that's behind a car.
Oh, yeah, okay, I understand what he's trying to do.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Don't. Oh, why would you do that?
He wasn't in the jacket. He wasn't being dragged.
Okay, good, because that's what I was thinking of.
I don't know. That's not how it's written. Mr. Badmex,
I'm pretty sure he was in the jacket.
lend us some
that
clarity.
sounds like
Were
it.
you presently, was your corpus within
Was your
jacket,
corpus?
you know?
Hey, we've already established art is suffering.
Yes, but I mean,
Please be
you don't want
safe.
to endanger yourselves
Exactly.
now.
And I guess another thing I would tell myself, which is something I learned via a friend, never ever leave your hot glued foam in a car on a summer day.
Oh yeah.
The hot glue, it gets hot enough to separate too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
I somehow managed to get away with having my Zelda armor in a hot car multiple times this summer in Europe when they had that massive heat wave without it warping. I don't know how I really
lucky.
I really packed it well because I knew that it was going to warp because I knew we weren't going to be always in a hotel right away. So I made sure to like put socks and like underwear and like articles of clothing to kind of match
Hold
the
its shape.
curvature
Okay.
Yeah,
of the
that's
armor. Like my crown warped a little bit, but it's not too bad. And overall, like it
Held together
Held
pretty well.
together.
Also, Mr. Badmech confirms that he was indeed wearing said jacket. And don't
brave.
do that.
Yeah, that's brave, but not very safe.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, that's dedication.
Yep.
Oh, Mokmo. He says hello.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for joining us. Actually, I wanted to get back a little bit, Megan, to your trip to Europe with your costume. That's really cool. That's kind of like a dream photo shoot come true because you went to an actual like
Castle?
lock and a castle.
Yeah.
And shot Zelda in front of a castle.
Yeah.
Being a family show, I won't say effing the way I want to, but like, dang, that's cool.
That is really cool.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So what was it like to have to try and bring a full cosplay with you to Europe?
Well,
To a family reunion, essentially, right?
luckily Zelda was pretty like the only pieces that I had to worry about were the armor pieces. But it worked out well so that I didn't really have to pack that much more. I had a really big suitcase, so that helped. But yeah, I did have to worry a little bit about the heat. But actually shooting, like, it was in Scotland and it was cold, as Scotland often is.
Okay.
But it was awesome. I couldn't have asked for, like, it was misty. It was like the perfect, perfect ambiance.
Mokmo wants to know if there are pictures of that on your page.
There are actually. They're further down on my Instagram page, and I think I have a couple on my Facebook page as well. You might have to do some searching. I don't know if I put them in an album yet on Facebook, but there are photos of this.
Yeah, because they were pretty cool.
No.
So Schmooberry is recounting a horror story of her being at Anime North a couple years ago when it was so warm and sunny that the Warbler warped and melted while she was wearing it.
Oh wow.
That is Anime North in a nutshell. That's
intense.
That is awful.
That sucks.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is a nightmare.
But is there anything more accurate to Anime North than that story right there?
Not really. All right, I finished my second circle, guys. It's not much of a circle, but I mean, it's good. It works. It's a little bit
nice
more
circle.
It's a little bit more ovally this time, which is fine. But yeah, so
still
now
circular.
I now have 2 beaded circles.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, this tail is awkward to sew on. It just doesn't want to go anywhere.
I'm sure it is. But yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that.
They're
very nice.
Nice. I like the iridescence of them as well.
Yeah, I went and got these at Planet Beads on St. Hubert Street. And these are the glass seed beads that are luminous inside colors. And I went for a black because in the artwork, the stamens are black. And I'm debating whether I want to make the center of the flower beaded as well. That would be a gold beading.
That would be really cool.
I think I might do that as well.
How big would that be?
It would have to be a little bit bigger, like maybe, do I have a reference?
Like the end of...
Maybe the size of this.
Okay, so it's very doable.
Yeah. And there's only 7 flowers like that, so yeah. I mean, it would be doable.
You should.
Yeah.
Then.
I'll finish making all of the little circles, and then I will see about doing a bigger one. But yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Great.
Schmooberry's lesson from all of that was don't go to Anime North. Throwing shade, which is what you need at Anime North.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't go to Anime North. We ain't going there.
Yeah.
We are gonna melt.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Yeah. I'm so excited though for our shall we say, the duo that we're doing.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
mean, it is Legend of Zelda related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're planning on
What
doing,
is it? What is
We're
it?
planning on doing the masquerade
Yeah.
Oh.
in Hilda and Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still looking for music, by the way. I think I might have found something that could be workable.
Okay.
If not, then there's the possibility of like having to meld two songs together.
All right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking probably was going to have to happen.
Yeah.
So
See?
other than AnimeCon, what are you guys wearing for YetiCon?
YetiCon. Oh man. I have plans. I just don't know what they
Your
are.
lineup?
I don't remember what they are. I just don't remember.
I'm bringing Toothless back out again. I know for sure.
All
And
right.
I might bring Summoner Yuna or Aerith. I haven't decided.
Aerith would be so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. And Nurse Joy.
Oh, Nurse
Yeah,
Joy.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a great YetiCon costume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Aylin, who works, like kind of runs YetiCon as far as I know and works on it, she's gonna have Officer Jenny,
Okay.
and so is Mao-chan.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna have Officer Jenny too. So it's gonna be fun to have like people there to match
Yeah.
the costumes.
Nice.
Oh, I'm excited.
So I'm planning on bringing my completed Sailor Saturn to YetiCon. I'm planning to wear that this Saturday in the morning.
All right.
I'm gonna be kind of crazy again. I'm gonna bring multiple costumes. And then a bunch of friends wanted to do a Grand Blue Fantasy kind of like summer shoot. So I'm gonna be bringing my Lyria.
Oh, you got it done? I haven't seen pictures of it.
I haven't got a shoot of it because I finished her
I haven't
in
even seen, like,
November.
Work in progress stuff of that.
Well, funnily enough, my little gem glows.
Oh.
I used Christmas lights because I finished it in November when the Christmas stuff was out. So yeah, I'm excited about that. It will be a cool costume to kind of shoot when the sun is kind of like dying down, when it's kind of like the twilight, to get that glow. I'm also going to be bringing some Love Live stuff. And on the Sunday, I'm part of a big Smash group. That's a pool group. And I'm going to be bringing my Zelda.
Fun.
That. So I have like a bikini that I got from AliExpress that I'm going to wear. Yeah.
That's
So my little knife, my tool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I try this on? It goes around my waist. Can I try it on and not disturb my... Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm gonna go on the other side because I'm gonna trip myself. And everyone's gonna watch me die on stream.
Oh, let me move the hot glue gun.
Yeah, sure.
Out of the way then.
It can come unplugged back.
Okay, now I need another little piece of felt.
And that's okay, I can keep this guy?
Yeah, you just not plug it in.
Yep, perfect. Not hit anyone.
So, Makmo418 asked, how's the Toronto weather for this weekend? I have no clue.
Me either.
Well, I haven't looked. I'm actually planning, like, I tend to not really look at the weather until like the day of or the day before. So I'll probably only start looking at that tomorrow, just because the way that they try to predict the weather, it becomes more accurate the closer you are to the date. So I tend to not look at it a week before because things can change, and sometimes they can change drastically.
And you stress yourself out.
Yeah, exactly. So if it rains, I don't want to know about it until I get there.
That's true. I find in Canada the weather is it fluctuates so much that there's no point in checking unless you're the day before.
Yeah.
So.
There. Gonna rescue my... That's pretty much my tail.
Oh, it looks so good. Yeah.
My little piece, my belt piece, see if I can get it to the bottom and not expose myself at the same time. There.
Nice.
There you go.
I love it.
Can you see my tail? This was a fun fun project out of a pool noodle.
Yeah, for sure. It gives the rigidity really well and it moves nicely. Yeah, I like it.
I content myself. Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Oh, and the belt piece works out great with that.
Just
Yeah.
on and off like that.
What's in the tube you're using on the wig? I guess that's for you, Lottie.
In the tube?
In the tube.
Oh, it's the got to be hair gel. So I'm gonna set it later with some of the hairspray, but for now, to kind of twist it and keep it in place, I use the hair gel that they have.
Thank you, Schmooberry. She says my tail is cute.
It is cute.
Thank you.
Hi, Julian.
Hi.
Oh, you're here too?
Thanks, brother.
So, what are you bringing to YetiCon?
What am I bringing to YetiCon? I'm actually bringing a couple of costumes. So I'm wearing, obviously, my medieval dress.
Yeah.
Not just for the tavern, I was going to bring it anyway. So that's gonna be fun. And then I'll have probably my the butterfly that I had last year.
Ooh, yeah, that was pretty.
Or the wild elf, depending on how the weather fares that day.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
we'll
the
see.
wild elf you're doing with Emmy?
No, I'm not doing a wild elf with Emmy. You spoiled the surprise.
Oh, I didn't know it was a surprise.
No, where Emmy and I are
fudge.
doing a fairy duo of, something that was inspired by Firefly Path. You guys probably know.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
Firefly Path.
So yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So this was very much inspired by one of her kind of costume hacks.
Okay.
that
You
she
mean it
made.
was fairy inspired?
And so it continues.
Yep.
I made sure to look at the camera for that one to get the full effect.
Yep. So yeah, I actually released a little sneak preview work in progress picture of the wig 2 weeks ago. So
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put a little costume, something related out as well next week. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how I feel.
Yeah, cool.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's gonna be. Oh, and I'm bringing Lilo, of course, for
Yeah.
the pool party. But yeah, I don't really consider Lilo a costume per se.
It's more of like a fun, thing to do.
Swimsuit, something.
Yeah.
Themed swimsuit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm planning on making a Nurse Joy, poolside Nurse Joy.
Oh yeah.
Like
Are you gonna have a little apron?
like lifeguard Nurse Joy. I want to make one of those little buoy
yeah.
boards. Megan, you're so funny.
What? Nurse Joy wears an apron?
Yeah, so I'm planning on doing that for, if I can, YetiCon.
That'd be fun.
Now I'm gonna hand him Hilda's cape.
Good luck. Oh, it looks like really pretty fabric. What is that?
It's a heavy satin that I got. It's a cotton satin though, so
Okay.
it's got a very good body to it, and it was on sale.
Nice.
Most important.
Yes, that is always of importance.
Nidorak says, I'm going to cosplay an alcoholic at YetiCon. If there was ever a con, 2.
Yep.
Fair enough. Smooberry likes my idea.
It would be cute.
An apron would be cute for some suit.
I think you should do it now.
I guess I'll have to look into it.
It's 3 against 1 at this point.
Yeah.
You know.
Theorem Production says, hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
Hi, Charlie.
Charlie.
I don't know. Just the way you guys said it made me think of Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. I got the reference. For once.
I'm like, I don't know.
All right, is that stuck in there? Yeah, that's good. Okay.
This is taking way longer than I thought it would.
It usually does.
What am I doing? Can I stop? No.
Oh, right.
So Lottie,
Yes.
do you have any plans on going, like, do you go back to your home often in the Netherlands, or?
Not really. I try to go about once a year, but you know, limited vacation days and all that. So usually what I'll do is I'll meet my mother somewhere else in the world. So we do a vacation together.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, because she, of course, has been to Montreal several times
Yes,
now. She doesn't
certainly.
always want to come here again, especially in winter time. She did that once. I said, never
That's
again.
enough of that, yeah.
Oh God, she really was. If you think I'm stubborn, my mom is about 5 times more stubborn than me. So she was like, I want to come visit my daughter in February, and me and my stepdad were both like, you know, it's really cold, right? There's not going to be that much to do in Montreal. And she says, well, if you don't want to come along, I will go alone. So I was like, no, okay, you know, we're going to Montreal in February. And she was here and she was grumpy the whole week. Yeah. So I didn't want to do anything. So yeah, never again. So this is why we went to Iceland in February together, and that was amazing. You get so much more of a nice experience together. But you know, at the same time, I look at these destinations and it would be so nice to shoot cosplay there, but you can't really do that when you're on vacation with your mom.
With your mom.
You know?
Nah,
I
not
guess
really.
Some mums might be down, but
That's it. So no, but I do want to bring cosplay to Europe one day and shoot with people like EOS Andy. It's so beautiful, his work, you know, and that would be a really cool opportunity.
Theorem Production says he's no Charlie, but you are definitely angels.
That's you included there, honey.
Oh,
Such a sweetheart.
Womp womp. Yeah, so shooting in Europe would be a real cool.
yes. Oh, absolutely.
It is.
I'm kind of jealous of your experience, even though I'm from Europe and I've never shot cosplay there.
Schmooberry brings up a good point. She says, wait, Montreal was too cold, so y'all went to Iceland?
Iceland was actually warmer than Montreal.
That's a misnomer right there.
It's because they have the Gulf Stream. It's no fair.
Yeah, they have crazy winds there, though. It's a very nice place.
Yeah, imagine trying to shoot there and then your wig is all like in your face. Like,
Nope, not happening.
So actually, like, talking about going to different countries to shoot sort of thing, I would like to go to New Zealand.
Oh,
Yes. I have nothing that I can currently shoot there, but I think if I make a tactile plan, like to make my way to New Zealand within the next 2 years, I'm going to start trying to like get connections, like get involved in the community, like the online New Zealand community sort of thing. So you can find like what are the cool places to go? What do the locals like to go to? What would they say is like a cool shoot location? Is there anyone in this city or this metropolitan area that would like to shoot? Like, I think that's what I would like to do because I would love to go back to New Zealand and I would love to shoot in New Zealand.
They have cosplay photographers
take
there,
me with
right?
you?
Yeah.
Take me with
We can
you.
be each other's assistants.
Oh
And-
God, we should make this a group thing.
I've always wanted to go to New Zealand and take pictures in Hobbiton dressed as a hobbit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You did a Hobbit cosplay ages ago, didn't you?
I did, and I no
did it?
longer fit it anymore.
Oh.
And the zipper broke, so.
Yeah. Rosie
Yeah.
Cotton.
Rosie Cotton, yeah. Or I'd also like to go to Rohan, the hill that they had there, and take pictures with Eowyn. That would be awesome
Oh
as well.
yeah.
So
yeah, next year group thing, right?
there's actually a really cool thing, and I'm not going to know the details of it right now, but there's a cosplay retreat here in Canada, and I think it's in BC, and it's like a mountain weekend retreat for cosplayers to get together and shoot
really?
on like a great lake of some nature and in the hill and in the rolling foggy mountains of BC, and I'm like, oh my God,
Wow.
God, that's so cool.
I've seen so many cosplayers go out west and shoot there, and I'm like, I need to go.
Yeah, just a road trip.
It'll only take us like 5 days to get there.
Hey,
it's not a big deal.
It's the journey, not the destination.
Oh, totally.
And then it's also the destination.
Yes.
But yeah, Shmuberry agrees. We could all go to New Zealand, and Theorem Productions could be our photographer. We're putting together a road trip, guys.
To New Zealand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
We're taking Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Don't even get in my way.
All right, so
Road trip. I don't know how geography works.
you only had to fly over an entire ocean to get there.
It's okay. We'll take my Zeppelin. It's fine.
That's true.
Yes! Hey, it's all coming together. There's a reason why we're all on this stream together.
Shmuberry also points out that we should do that in Quebec, that there are lovely places to go in a retreat in the Eastern Townships.
That's really true.
That is really true. I've always wanted to do like, actually, I shouldn't say this because I did this last year, but I've always wanted to do like a fall shoot in the mountains, and I did get a chance to do that this past year.
With what?
With
Where?
Soulful. We did an original concept.
I haven't really seen those.
That's because we haven't edited the pictures for that yet. Like they haven't been finished. But yeah, we did that, and we shot like Little Red Riding Hood. So we made like an entire story with the pictures as well.
Oh, I love.
There's only one shot, and that's of me wearing the red cape looking up at the mountain. So I'm very, very small, and the mountain is very large in the photo. I loved it. That was so much fun. I want to do that again.
That's really cool. There's a place that I've wanted to shoot, and I don't really, like, again, it's one of those things like I have a location in mind, but I don't have a costume that's appropriate.
Yeah.
But in Coaticook, which is also in the Eastern Townships, there's the Coaticook Gorge, and they have a Festivaluna, Forestaluna, something like that. They've got a light festival in a gorge on a wooded path, and they have like lights set up in the woods, so it's very ethereal. It's very like it's otherworldly, and I've wanted to shoot there for a long time.
Oh wow.
For some reason, I was thinking of summer yukata outfits of some kind when you said that.
Yeah.
But I guess when you said ethereal, it's like, oh, okay, never mind. That's not really a festival kind of look.
I think it's called Foresta Luna or Nocturna or something like that. Anyways, it's real cool.
That
and
sounds
it's not
awesome.
far. And Coaticook is also where Coaticook ice cream's made. So you can shoot and then
grab
the
some
next
ice
day,
cream.
go get ice cream. Best day ever.
Yes.
Speaking of hobbit houses in New Zealand, you know they have, I think it's about 2 hours north of Montreal towards Mont Tremblant area. They have these kind of, it's like a cabin, but these tree houses. Yeah, so they have a yurt, but also they have, inspired by a hobbit house.
Ooh.
So it looks like it's almost this little hill with this doorway, and
That's cool.
the table
so
actually
cute.
has these kind of like elfish engravings. So yeah, you can rent that and you can stay and shoot there.
Well, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying. If New Zealand isn't going to happen, there's still that.
Okay.
That's true.
Mr. Badmek is suggesting, since we're still talking about New Zealand so much because it's so product, he's suggesting that R31 Studio on Instagram is New Zealand-based prop maker and cosplayer. He might have some ideas, and he recently did a shoot at Armageddon Expo as Chappie. My goodness. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the suggestion. I'll put it on my fictitious, my itemized fictitious list of ideas when I'm going to New Zealand someday, maybe never. Because I want it to happen again.
Yeah, why did you go to New Zealand? Because you've been once already.
I was once in 2011, I think.
I forget the reason why you were there.
Well, I had a friend who was he'd been working there for 8 months. He was doing like an agricultural transfer, and he was working on a farm, essentially.
Oh, okay.
And it was his last 2 weeks. And I saw my opportunity to go meet him down there. Mm-hmm. And just like for his last 2 weeks, he wasn't working anymore, so he was just traveling New Zealand, and we decided that we'd travel together. And so I went down and I met him, and we drove around the South Island for like 11 days, and then we flew back together.
Wow.
And that was him coming back after 6 or 8 months abroad working on a dairy farm down in New Zealand, because the South Island is very agricultural, so
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. Lots of natural wonders.
Man, I'd love to go.
Yeah.
Okay, time to tie this off.
Is that a third one now you have done?
I'm not done yet, but this is a third one that I am working on. So I'm doing pretty good. My progress is doing pretty well. I think I'm just getting a little bit faster now that I've kind of got the gist of it.
So Lottie, in all of these like different kinds of performance arts that you do, how did you get into them? Because you do a lot of different stuff.
Actually, I started all of it here in Montreal because Montreal has so many opportunities that, I don't know, you kind of just fall into it, I suppose. The fire thing happened because I once saw this event on Facebook where it looked like some fire artists were just going to practice and you could come and watch, which they do all the time. But that was not it. That turned out to be a full-blown show. And me and my friend, we were looking at this and like, wow, this is so cool. You can feel it all the way up here, the fire. And it was just, we were sitting there mind blown and cheering, and we kind of both were like, we actually want to try this ourselves. It looks really fun. And so that's, a year later, I was asking around. We spoke to some people after the show and finally got in contact with the right people, and I went to a practice and did a workshop for it. And yeah, there we are with that actually.
And have you still been doing it, or was it like a thing that you did for a little while and you don't do it anymore?
No, it's just that during the winter it's kind of too cold to do it. So now everything is kind of slowly starting back up again.
Okay.
So for example, this Friday is going to be my first one of the year.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So looking forward to that.
That's like 2 days from now.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's it. So just, it's just going to be a practice jam. And yeah, so I don't know. I think you just kind of come across different things, look at it, and it's like, I would like to try that.
If you keep an open mind sort of thing, you come across things.
And then just do a little bit of research, like how can I, where can I even try this? What's involved with it? And you go and try it, and then you either like it or you don't. It's everything's an experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we're still talking a little bit about dream photo shoots, and we're talking about fire, what are they called?
Fire breathing?
Poi? Is that what you do?
Poi, yeah.
You do fire poi as well?
I'm not fire poi. I'm learning how to spin poi.
Okay.
But before I light them on fire, you need to have a little bit of skill in how to.
So one of those like dream photo shoots that I've wanted to do for a while is I've wanted to do the Red Woman, Melisandre from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But I want to set myself on fire, and I keep having people tell me it's a bad idea.
Generally speaking.
First she goes into the water in March to do a shoot and freezes herself to ice in the middle of January. Now she wants to set herself on fire.
Sounds about right.
I have yet to find a photographer that's like, yeah, that can be done. They're all like, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. I'm like,
It's not the photographer really that needs to be able to do it. It's to get access to a safe environment to practice that in, and knowing what you're doing, having a safety person on hand.
yeah.
That's kind of more what you should be looking at.
I know, it's not gonna happen.
But there
on
is
purpose.
On purpose.
They have these props that you can. It's basically like a ring with a little metal tip, and then the fire kind of sits above you. They use it more for like hand dancing, so that's something that you could try. That sounds a lot safer than putting your hands on fire.
So we have a comment saying even doing that for movies is super regulated and managed. Well, I'm not talking about doing it in my backyard. But if we're talking about like weirdo dream photo shoots, that would be one of the things. Because I can remember ages ago, like when I first started getting into cosplay, I can't remember who the cosplayer was, but I think they were on Heroes of Cosplay, and one of the things was they talked about she did like a Dark Phoenix costume, and like the background was all like covers of not cosplay, but like comic books. And the photo shoot is she set her arms on fire because she was like Dark Phoenix.
That was Yaya Han, I'm pretty sure.
Was it Yaya Han? Because I know it had something to do with Heroes of Cosplay.
I'm pretty sure it was Yaya.
Anyways.
Because she's done a really awesome Dark Phoenix.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I feel like Yaya Han might have her shit together more than me. So it's not gonna happen on purpose. Again. It's okay, I rarely work with flammables.
Just don't give Alex any ideas.
Far too clumsy. How's that wig of yours going?
It's getting closer towards the end of it, so.
Well, that's convenient. We're kind of at the end of the stream
I
now,
know,
too.
I
The timing's
know.
pretty good.
So we'll, not sure I'm gonna be able to show the finished result, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying really hard.
Well, it's looking good from here. I like it.
Yeah, but it's a little too dreadlocky still. It needs to be unraveled slightly.
It'll mellow out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, I think we might have run a little bit late tonight. So, I want to thank you both for coming out tonight and joining us on the stream. It was really good conversations. There was a lot of fun stories being told.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us.
Thank you both.
Yeah.
Thanks for everyone who joined us on the stream. Thanks for everyone who entered the giveaway and all your awesome questions. You keep us entertained the whole evening, so thank you so much. And where can we find you guys if we're looking to look up at more of your cool stuff, your social medias? What do we got?
So you can find me at Mae-Gwyn Cosplay on Instagram, on Facebook. Those are I mostly use Instagram at this point. But yeah, you can find me there.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Mae-Gwyn Cosplay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Lottie?
Same for me, Facebook, Instagram, Captain Izzy Cosplay. That's where I'm going to be. That's the only two platforms I really use.
You really use? Okay.
Yep.
So if anyone's ever interested in looking back and seeing some old episodes, rewatching stuff to see some stuff that happened, you can go back and watch all the archived episodes of the live stream and Cosplay Cave at Beanduck's YouTube. The link will be in the panel below. You can join us again on Monday at 7 p.m. for the full party, which was talked about earlier this evening. So come back and watch us Monday at 7. And for the rest of it, I'm Bandit Spurs. Thanks for joining us tonight. We love you all. Have a good evening. Bye. Bye.